Dzień dobry, witam bardzo, ale to bardzo serdecznie w kolejnym epizodzie z Kingdom Come Deliverance. Chcemy dorwać złodziei. Nie wiem, morderców, w sumie. Nie wiem, jak ich nazwać. Gnojów idziemy dorwać. Chcemy kurwa gnojów dorwać. Polecaliśmy to Rudemu. Wiadomo, że jak Rudy mówi, to trzeba robić. Bo to Rudy, halo. Postać jest taka pijana, że to... Już naprawdę zadziwiające jest. No gdzie oni mogą być? Cholera jasna. To jest pytanie. Gdzieś przy drodze będą może? Rudzielec w tarapatach, kolejna misja. Czy kolejny segment misji. Może jest? Nie. Kur... Oj, siwek, siwek. Są tutaj, nie ma ich. Błagam was, no. Kurde, gdzie oni mogą siedzieć, no? No gdzie? Gdzie dwóch mieśniaków może się schować w lesie? A, chuj z tobą, gościu. Tam mogę jeszcze jechać? Tam coś jakby jest. Ty. Tam jakby był obóz. Może? Ja tam. A nie ktoś tu jest. Dobra, nie, takie bieganie nie ma sensu. Musimy gdzieś lecieć w tamtą stronę. Tak mi się wydaje, że to jest inna opcja, że musimy iść do rzeki i wokół rzeki, wzdłuż rzeki jechać, bo tak szczerze, gdzie mogliby się goście schować, jak nie przy rzece? Rzeka daje wodę. Ja wiem, to jest gra, ale mimo wszystko. Nie muszą być gdzieś w okolicy wody. Innej opcji nie widzę, szczerze. Jeżeli ich nie znajdę, to oleję to. Życie. Ale kto wie, może się uda. Dobrze, tędy. Wyjechałem poza teren. Okej, tu jest most. A? Okej, tutaj gadałem z nimi, co nie? Dobra. Skoro tam nie, no to dawaj, lecimy tędy. Okej. Wzdłuż rzeki płyniemy. Znaczy, jedziemy. Tędy już chyba jechałem, ale może też nie widziałem. Mi się późno, moja postać jest zmęczona. Usiadę? Tędy się trzymam, no. Może tu odbili? Tak się ciemno zrobiło, weź teraz ich traf, nie? Ale jest szansa, że przez to będę ich widział lepiej w lesie, bo pewnie będą musieli ognisko rozpalić. Tu jeszcze nie byłem, więc może tam będą. Chyba, że tam bardziej. To jest jakiś obóz. Mimo, jest tu ktoś? Podejrzany z... to oni. Kurwo. Dlaczego strzelasz? Nie. kurwa niemożliwe. To jest kurwa niemożliwe. Coś jest z tymi strzałami nie tak. Dobra, biorę inne strzały na 100%. To jest coś jest ze strzałami jebnięte, ty. O chuj tu chodzi, ty. Nie, ja wezmę te lepsze strzały łowieckie, bo to jest jakiś żart. Że moja postać jest taka zmęczona. Po prostu.
Hey, who's there?
No kurwa, co ty strzelasz, chuju? What the fuck? No co to ma być, ty? No toż se jaja robisz, kurwa. Nawet ja bym trafił z takiej odległości, no. Ja pierdolę, no celownik jest prosto na gościu, a on... A! Henry! Ty idioto! Ja pierdolę, Henry! No... Ja mam ci kurwa w dupę tą strzałę wsadzić, żebyś ty, Henry, trafił go? What the fuck? Bo jestem pijany, czy jak? Kurwa, na wytrzeźwiałkę pójdziesz zaraz. Naprawdę musiałem mu te strzały, znaczy w dupę mu wsadzić to wszystko, no naprawdę. Weź te... Piwek! Gdzie jesteś? Dobra, dobrze, jestem na koniu, nie będę musiał sprintować. Może bym się zdrzemnął, to jak już tu jestem. W sumie jak już tu jestem? Może nie mogę spać, kiedy jestem przeciążony. Dobra, wsiadaj. Pójdź zabicie bandytów chudzielczowo-rudzielcowi, dobra. Mam nadzieję, że wilków nie ma. Jazda konna, jakieś punkciki wpadły. Poza walką koń nigdy cię nie zrzuci. Ej, to jest zajebiste akurat. Koń poruszy się szybciej, ale uniesie mniejszy ciężar. Nie można łączyć z dodatkiem koń do zadań specjalnych. Jak nie można łączyć? Nie czaję. Okej, czyli tak jest minus bycia przeciążonym, że nie może biegać sprintem. Teraz biegnie sprintem, czy teraz co robi? Nie wiem.
I bear good tidings.
Already?
They're out of the way. I ran into them on my travels.
Really? That's great, but
What?
I'm afraid to go back to the farm. I ran away, and God knows what they'll think about it all. I don't know if they'll even want to talk to me.
Just try, and you'll see whether they drive you away or not. But if you explain it to them, they're sure to understand.
I suppose you're right. Thank you for your help, and God bless you.
God bless Ameryka, wiesz? Wiesz już stąd? Poszedł sobie ty. Zatypiasz. Dawaj mnie to. Dobra, to jedziemy. W takim razie teraz jedziemy do A do B, do 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏a. Dobrze, konik, ale nie zrzucaj mnie, proszę. Siwek, błagam. Nie zrzucaj mnie, Siwek, błagam. To z tymi strzałami, które strzelają tak niedobrze, no to chyba wynika z tego, że chyba jestem pijany, nie? Znaczy przecież byłem pijany wtedy, tak? Naprawdę, te strzały leciały zupełnie w inne miejsce, no kogoś pojebało kompletnie. Był najebany ten ziomek, ale pewnie za często sejwuję i po prostu pijany się robię. No dobrze, no dobrze, no dobrze. Lecimy dalej w takim razie. Znowu się przeciążyłem. Mam nadzieję, że są jeszcze jakieś punkty do rozdania, żebym był mniej przeciążony. Czy ten Bernard będzie nas lubił, czy będzie nas wkurwiony znowu? Nas nie było, że spierdoliliśmy. Cały dzień nas nie było, nie? Całą dobę. Przespaliśmy się nawet gdzieś tam w lesie. Ale co zrobię? Tego od nas wymagała sprawa. Przynajmniej dowiedzieliśmy się. Co, jak i dlaczego. Reszta ludzi chuja zrobiła. Będę kłamał. Dobrze więc. Lecimy, lecimy. Bernard. Bernard! Dowiedziałem się czegoś, Bernard! Jesteś tam jeszcze, Bernard! Bernard! Proszę cię, Bernard, jesteś tam jeszcze? Znaczy, to mnie odjechał już, powiedział, o, nie wiemy, co się stało. Spierdalamy stąd.
Well, well. Look who deigns to grace us with his presence.
I was looking for that boy, and
And you didn't bother telling anyone.
I had to follow the trail before it went cold.
And what if some bandit skewered you and left you for dead? We'd never find you because you told no one where you were going. How would I explain that to Sir 𝗏𝐬𝐧𝐿, eh? I really don't know, my lord. He disappeared without saying a word to anyone. Never crossed my mind he wanted to get himself killed.
I...
Silence! Keep your ignorant mouth shut when I'm giving you the benefit of a veteran's wisdom. You do what I tell you, answer only when I ask, and not go roaming off whenever you feel like it. I'd like to kick your arse back to the castle and be shut of you. But it's true, you're a fucking peasant who knows nothing about soldiering, and it's my job to whip you into shape, so I'm not done with you yet. God have mercy on you if you ever try anything like that again. If you're lucky, I'll only have you whipped and clapped in the stocks. Because if I get my way, you'll be hanged for desertion. I hope we've got that out of the way. I've made myself absolutely clear. And now, let's hear what you have to report.
I talked to Ginger and found out what happened.
Out with it, then.
Ginger fled because he recognized one of the raiders. He was afraid they'd come back to silence him.
Well, he was right. They were asking about him. So who did he recognize?
He didn't know his name. Some fellow with a limp from 𝗏𝐬𝐧𝐿.
All right, since you've gone this far, you may as well ask around in 𝗚𝗺𝐧𝐿. We've enough to do here in these parts anyway. Sir 𝗏𝐴𝐺𝐿 will tell you about it. He said to send you to him if you haven't already been.
Radzik tu przyjechał?
Greetings. What do you need?
My lord, I managed to find a clue to the whereabouts of the bandits.
Excellent. Bernard already told me what's been happening, but I'd like to hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
The whole story, or just the gist of it, sir?
It's up to you what you consider important.
One of the 𝗏𝗏𝐿𝐺𝐿𝐵 stable boys, a lad they called Ginger, fled from there and hid out with some charcoal burners. I have to say, there's a lot of them around. I never thought how many forges and ironworks they have to supply.
That's true, but keep to the point.
Oh, yes, sir. I had quite a job finding him. He was well hidden and with good reason. The bandits wanted to kill him because he recognized one of them.
Did he tell you what happened?
He said it wasn't one gang, but two. And one of them took fright when the slaughter started. Seems they were only interested in loot, so they quarrelled with the other lot. Then it came to a skirmish in the woods and one of them was killed. The rest of them scattered.
And did you find out where they went?
All I know is one of them is from 𝗚𝗺𝐺𝐿𝐵. I know enough about him to be able to track him down.
All right, but those cutthroats must know who he is too, right? And if they want to get revenge on him or silence him, you'd better hope they don't get to him before you. So drop everything and get on his trail. Find out what he knows and then report back to me. I'm going to our encampment at 𝗏𝐻𝐺𝐿𝐴 to oversee the security of the region.
Yes, sir. Why choose 𝗏𝐻𝐺𝐿𝐴?
It's somewhat at the centre of events, isn't it? And what's more, there's another stud farm there.
Sir, do you think they're going to try the same thing again?
I shouldn't think so. Everyone will be on the alert now, but the secluded dwellings are more vulnerable. There are few people in them. They're scattered everywhere and we can't guard them all.
But the bandits won't find much silver in places like that.
There's always a groschen or two, some food and so on. Anyway, how much silver did they get from slaughtering those horses?
True. If they'd stolen them, they could have sold them. Those were fine animals.
Exactly. It's not about the silver. It's about something else.
But what?
Creating fear. Such great terror that you won't even squeak when they come to cut your throat. Never mind raise your hand against them. Fear that will root you to the spot, staring like a rabbit entranced by a stoat, waiting for the death blow to fall. Helpless to do anything about it.
I have some news about the investigation, sir.
Good. Tell me.
Actually, I haven't... Yes, sir.
God be with you.
Dobrze, dobrze, więc jedziemy na miejsce w takim razie. Przydałoby się tam coś sprzedać jeszcze, bo mamy dużo barachła ze sobą. Dobrze, i teraz dziennik. Tajemnicze drogi. Znajdź bandytów w Łużycach? Okej. Aż tam musimy jechać. No dobra. No, stopujemy. Jak to się kręci, nie? Właśnie, byśmy zapisali może lepiej. Żeby nie było. Dobrze, dobrze, dobrze. Jesteśmy coraz bliżej. Już niedaleko. Teraz będziemy. Są już tak naprawdę... Duża część mapy nam się już udało ją odkryć, więc zobaczymy, co tutaj będzie jeszcze. Wydaje mi się coś ważnego. Ale zobaczymy. Na razie idzie nam bardzo dobrze. Nasza postać się bardzo fajnie rozwinęła. Ma więcej przedmiotów, chociaż trzeba pokupować jakieś... Nie wiem, cokolwiek trzeba pokupować, tak szczerze. Łużyce. Tutaj nie mieszka kulawy bandyta. Spoko, zaraz się będę dowiadywał. Tylko jedną rzecz potrzebuję się dowiedzieć. Zanim to zrobię. Jest to jakikolwiek handlarz. Jakikolwiek. O, jest rzeźnik. Dobra. Jest jakiś skrót na schowanie broni? A, nie mogę schować broni, ale mogę... Dobra, ale mogę ją po prostu mogę przełożyć. No dobra.
What am I doing talking to a pauper like you? Good luck then.
Jezus, jaka chudowizna z niej. Dobra, sprawdź koszyk. Targuj się.
Let's have a word about the price.
All right, so.
What about this?
It's not worth it to me.
Ale 96 byś dała.
Aye, that would do it.
A, propos, zapomniałem o najważniejszym.
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
That'll be 𝗨𝗺𝗃, gallows bait if ever I saw one. His place is at the end of the village, next to the stream. Take him and welcome.
Ma brudne włosy. Ty sprzedasz mięso w taki sposób?
Good luck then.
Mówisz, że to niby ja jestem strażnik sklepu, pa. Spoko, ale zanim ciebie odwiedzę, gościu, chciałbym najpierw sprzedać te baracho, które mam przy sobie. Bo mam tego szachrajstwa bardzo dużo. Coś kowala może? To jest tutaj, czy mi się wydaje? Kurwa, to jest zaraz tutaj pewnie. Shit. To jest na 100% tutaj. Niedobrze, kurwa, niedobrze, niedobrze. No cóż. Dzień dobry.
Move along, citizens. Move along. There's nothing to see here.
If that's what you call nothing to see, I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of 𝐊𝐲𝐽𝐴, in the service of Hanush's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at 𝗏𝗏, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of 𝐊𝐲𝐽𝐴, and I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with 𝗏𝗏?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from 𝐊𝐲𝐽𝐴 among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say he had a limp?
Shit. Well, allow me to introduce you to 𝗵𝗵𝗆, or all that's left of him.
Sacre. Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask.
Jesus, jeszcze więcej pytania, naprawdę? Że mam jakąś odpowiedź, ale nie.
Who was 𝗵𝗵𝗆𝗆?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
How come he limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
Has he been up to anything suspicious lately?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the 𝗏𝗏 raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk, so you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
When did you find the body? And did anyone see anything?
Just now. And nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him scream.
I want to learn to read. Who should I go and see?
There's a retired scribe in 𝗚𝗺𝐴. He could teach you.
Super.
God be with you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of 𝗏𝗏. I'm investigating the massacre in 𝗏𝗏, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Of course, ask away.
That man 𝗏𝗏 who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a drunk who was always looking for a fight. Nobody liked him much, but I wouldn't wish an end like that on any man.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Well, now I think of it, I hadn't seen him around for a while. No idea where he was skulking.
Do you know what 𝗏𝗏 was doing the day 𝗏𝗏 was raided?
Not a clue.
Do you know anyone 𝗏𝗏 used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
He was a loner. We didn't even have any mates in the tavern.
Ja pierdolę, nic nie wiadomo.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of 𝗏𝗏. I'm investigating the massacre in 𝗏𝗏, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know anything about it, but ask all you want.
That man 𝗏𝗏 who was murdered, what was he like?
I didn't really know him. He kept to himself, even in the tavern.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Come to think of it, he was in church yesterday. He was even talking to the priest and went to confession. I was wondering what he was up to take to the faith all of a sudden. But I suppose no sin's too dark for God's mercy.
O! Z proboszczem.
Do you know what 𝗏𝗏 was doing the day 𝗏𝗏 was raided?
I was coming from the tavern very late that night, and I caught a glimpse of someone entering the village. He looked like he was in a hurry. It was only a shadow against the sky, but after what happened, I wouldn't wonder.
Do you know anyone 𝗏𝗏 used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
Not with anyone from the village. He used to sit in the tavern next to us sometimes, but he never said much.
That's all. Thank you.
God be with you.
Though you'd be better off going for a good scrub. You don't exactly smell like roses.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of 𝗏𝗏. I'm investigating the massacre in 𝗏𝗏, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know how I can help you, but ask if you must.
Who was this 𝗏𝗏 who was murdered?
You could see at first glance he was no good. I kept well out of his way.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
There wasn't sight or sound of him for a long time, and then yesterday he...
Dobra.
Do you know who 𝗏𝗏...
As far as I...
That's all. Thank you.
Okej, śmierdzę, więc trzeba się wykąpać. Kościół. Chyba jak może kościół wyglądać w średniowieczu? Nie mam zielonego pojęcia, jak może wyglądać kościół tutaj. Ale no powinien być widoczny, więc no poszukamy.
Good health to you. Farewell. Can I do anything to help?
Aha, punkt szybkiej podróży.
Damn! Stay away from people if you can't ride a horse, you moron! What's that?
You! Stop right where you are!
Surrender! You're under. So it's you. You were seen. Well, you won't forget this.
Just my luck. Look, I can't tell you anymore. The fate of the whole empire hangs in the balance between King Wenceslas and King Sigismund. High politics, you know? Not a peep to anyone.
Well, I thought. That is, I had no idea. If that's how it.
Oni się dalej biją. Okej. Żeby mi się to udało wykorzystać, to ja się nie spodziewałem. Oberża, o! Pamiętam, wejdzie fajnie, chciałbym się umyć.
God be with you.
Can I sleep here?
Aye. For how long?
Just the one night?
No problem.
Since it's you.
I'd almost shake on that. Almost.
My last offer.
Well now, a little more and we'll shake on it. You'll like it here. Like sleep.
Is there anything suspicious going on?
Indeed there is. Just last night, Father Godwin was here, calling fire and brimstone down on old Gertrude, the herb woman. He's not one to make a fuss over... And that's not... Around here, you should hear about what Waszek the groom has been up to at the stables. God be with you.
Dobra. Coś ci muszę, gościu, sprzedać. A, to ja tutaj kupuję. Chciałbym coś ci sprzedać, gościu. Ale ty nic nie chcesz ode mnie kupić. To nie mogę takich trudnych rzeczy jeszcze hakować. Dobra, ale teraz jeszcze nie będę spał, skoro tak jest wcześniej jeszcze. Dobra. Tam jest kościół, nie? Jest kościół? Wygląda trochę.
Jesus Christ be...
Dobra.
God be with you.
Arbuza ma gościu. Miód bym kupił. Ja ci mogę sprzedać. Nic ci nie mogę sprzedać. Znowu. O, potrzebuję kupca jakiegoś. Tu jest handlarz? Ty, to jest chyba handlarz.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Farewell.
Jest! W końcu. Ja mogę cię kupić. Zawsze git. Może to ta księga o sile. Kupię. Jezu, mam 500 zapłacić już.
Do you want me to get into trouble? Don't try selling me stolen goods.
Okej. W takim razie muszę ci sprawdzić rzeczy, które nie są kradzione. Nie. Dzienna suknia przestała być kradziona, tak by the way, nie wiem dlaczego. Okej. Zaraz się zepsują, tak? Okej, ile zostało? 840. Dobra, i coś mogę teraz kupić. Antidotum, na pewno książkę. Co masz fajnego?
Let's have a word about the price.
All right, sir. Aye. For that amount, I can be persuaded.
Dobrze. Dobrze. Komu ja mogę sprzedawać rzeczy, które są kradzione w takim razie? Kurde, jego mać.
Garlic that will cure all ailments, and onions that taste them.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of 𝐊𝐻𝐻𝐵 of 𝗖𝗄, investigating the massacre at 𝗏𝗏, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know 𝗏𝗏? What was he like?
Bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child, all sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like 𝗏𝗏 don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do you know what 𝗏𝗏 was doing on the day 𝗏𝗏 was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I can't.
What?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son, and one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must
Ten
be
Henryk wrzeszczy, co tam? Rzuca się jak pojebany.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances, and this is one of them.
But 𝗏𝗏 is dead. You can't hurt him, but if you don't tell me, more innocent people may die.
All right. I agree. I'll probably serve God better by saving a few innocent lambs than by keeping quiet, especially if nobody finds out about it.
Trust me.
𝗏𝗏 came to me shortly after everything that happened. His conscience was gnawing at him. I must say I never expected it of him, but he turned out to be a better man than he seemed. He said some crony of theirs hired them. First they thought they were going to steal horses, but then it all got out of hand and people started dying. He and his gang didn't want any part of that, so they quarreled with the others and ran off.
Quarreled? A corpse was found in the woods by 𝗏𝗏.
Well, that would explain something. 𝗏𝗏 kept blabbering on that he wasn't a murderer, that he didn't want to do it.
So I know 𝗏𝗏 killed one of the murderers, and now he's dead too. Only I need to find the ones who are still alive. I need names and places. Did he mention any of the others?
Just nicknames, but maybe that'll help. He mentioned some fellows called Riki from Ledechko, Pius and Timmy.
Nothing more?
No.
I suppose it'll have to do. I reckon I'll go and have a look around Ledechko first. Thank you, Father. And don't worry. I won't tell anyone.
I see you know how to wield a sword, Father. I wouldn't have expected that.
With a stick. I practiced with a stick. A reminder of my youth and days gone by. and it helps keep me in good form. May the Lord watch over you.
Wiesz, jak ten quest jest rozbudowany. Dokąd teraz musimy jechać? Goddammit. Tam? Okej. Okay. Dobrze, jest szybka podróż. Ja pierdzielę. Weź teraz tu wracaj, nie? Całą tą drogę. Udało się uniknąć, pa. Czekaj, nie wróciłem do... Ej, Teresa. Gdzie jest młyn? Mam się przy młynie spotkać, nie widzę młynu. Dobra, ale byśmy poszli do dziennika i zrobili... W Łużycach miałem skryb odwiedzić, ale to później zrobię. Tu jest.
Henry, I'm so glad to see you.
I've brought you something.
Kurwa, sprzedałem te pierś...
I must have dropped it some.
Probably wasn't the best.
I've brought you something.
Oh, Hal. Is this for me? This must have cost you a fortune. But I like it very much, thank you. You really mustn't bring me any more gifts like that, or you'll spoil me.
I'd like to know... That's all. So, how have you been?
I can't stop thinking about Scal.
I know. It was hell.
What do you mean?
Do you feel like a walk?
That's not a bad idea. I've got lots to do right now. But I'd love...
As her ladyship...
You jester.
Mogę się tu przespać? A mogę. Dobra, powiedzmy, że tutaj będziesz spał.
Greetings, Henry.
What now? Shall we take a walk?
You don't give up, do... It's getting too late now. But if you...
As her ladyship...
You just...
Mogę dalej spać już? Tak. Dobra, to wrócę tu później w takim razie. Chciałbym was określić, ale to może później. Dobra, zagaiłem, to ważne. Okej, teraz tak, musimy przejechać przez most w takim razie. O, nauczyłem się jazdy konnej, dobra. Jeżeli koń jest ranny, to pobiegnie szybciej, okej. Nic nie widzę, zupełnie nic. No tak, mogę teraz trwałować, bo przecież też jestem odciążony w końcu. By. Tak jeszcze? No trochę. Ledeczko. No zjem jak zwykle komuś z garnka. Bo się obżarłem. Okej, teraz chociaż coś widzę. Jest w tej wsi ktokolwiek? Ktokolwiek. Jedna osoba. Co wy na to? A sobie porobiście mosty. Piękne miejsce.
A.
Fuck. Fuck. Wypuść mnie.
Good day to you. What do you need?
I'm looking for someone they call Riki.
Jesus! Who wouldn't know Henryk?
Henryk?
That's his real name. I doubt he likes his nickname.
No, I don't suppose he would. Where would I find it?
Try his folks' house, if you have.
What can you tell me about this Henryk?
What can I tell you? No, he's none too popular. No one cares to talk to him.
Why not?
Well, I'm not one to gossip, but I heard he keeps bad company.
What's the tanner like, Henryk's father?
The less I see of him, the better. He's not exactly sparkling company.
Why do they call him 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝐸 anyway?
Why do you think? Because he's a tanner, of course.
So why don't people like him?
The old tanner's not an easy man, but a son should never let his father down. Henryk does nothing to help. He's always far too busy with his own affairs, though I wouldn't like to say what those are.
And does no one at all talk to him?
That harlot Adela hangs around with him, of course.
Harlot?
She works as a bathhouse wench, same thing. God bless.
Dobra, dzięki. Dowiedziałem się wszystko, co chciałem. Ale jest łaziebną. To dobrze, bo jakbym chciał się umyć, więc to jest jakby gitówka jak dla mnie. Jedziemy do C. O! W końcu łaźnię znalazłem. God damn it. Umyjecie mnie? Zajebioza. Kurde.
God be with you.
Dawaj, kurwa. Umyj mnie, kobieto.
What? Well then. Can you hear me?
Ow. God be with you. Do you need anything?
I heard you've been seeing Henryk, the tanner's son.
So what? Come to preach at me, have you? That I'm a loose woman, a sinner, that I seduce decent men?
God, no, nothing like that. It's just that you're the only one in the village who sees Henryk, so I came to ask you about him.
Aye, I've seen him often enough. I don't know what I could tell you about him.
Where can I find Henryk?
I haven't seen him in the village for a few days. He must have run off to the woods again.
Does he do that often?
From time to time.
What the hell does he get up to there?
I don't know.
Look, Henryk's my friend, and I really need to know where he is and what he's doing.
But I already told you I don't know where he's got to.
So I suppose he just goes to the woods to pick mushrooms, does he?
Mushrooms? No. More like hares or other game.
So Henryk is a poacher? That's no surprise.
Well, he was never much of one for an honest trade.
Do you know exactly where he goes? Maybe he has some favourite spot he might have told you about?
He said he has some hideout in the woods, but he didn't tell me where.
When did you last see him?
A few days ago. He came to me late in the evening, drunk.
And that was unusual?
I never saw him drink much. He always came to me sober.
So he was acting strangely that evening?
He was strange. I had the feeling he was afraid of something. He kept prattling on and didn't seem to care about you know what. So I threw him out and I haven't seen him since.
Can you remember anything he said that evening?
Oh, I'm not sure. He went on about some fellow called 𝗵𝗺𝗃 who died. That he was regretting he ever got into it, but he never said what it was. And that it wasn't worth it for the money. Aye, and then he was talking about the money. That was very odd.
What did he say about the money?
Just that he had a pile of it hidden behind his house.
I see. What did you say to that?
What could I say? He was drunk. He kept saying I was a fine girl and other harlots wouldn't go with him even for money. And if I wanted, I could even take half the money and leave. Or he'd go with me and we could get married and such. Oh, just poppycock.
Did you go there for a look?
No, I've got better things to do. Obviously he made it up. Where would a layabout like him get so much coin?
Yes, I understand. Did he tell you exactly where he hid it?
He said he buried it at his father's small holding, in the western corner.
All right, thank you. Is it true?
What?
Other whores wouldn't go with him even for money?
The other bathhouse girls are honest, so I don't know. The truth is, I felt a bit sorry for him. Folk don't like him, but it's only 'cause his old man is a grouch and a tanner.
I heard they don't like him because he keeps company with villains.
True enough, but they didn't like him before that either. Or me. They're close-minded yokels. Both of us are the black sheep of the village.
There's nothing more between you?
No, nothing. Maybe Henryk thinks differently, but that's how it goes. God bless.
Któraś mogłaby mnie umyć? Któraś mogłaby mnie umyć? For fuck's sake. Delo. O, wstała. Wstała wielmożna pani. O chodzi.
Do you want something?
Tak, chcę! You don't say. Umyjesz mnie?
Good morning. Goodbye.
You want something from
Tak!
me, do you?
Kurwa.
Take care.
O! Gdzieś poszła, pa. Nic nie chcę, idź gdzie chcesz. O!
Good morning.
I'm interested in your services.
So what are you interested?
Ja chciałem się ogolić.
No deal.
Jak ty mi zapuszczasz ten zarost?
No deal. No deal. No deal. No deal. No deal.
I lecę na czeskiego księża, nie?
I'd like that. Thank you.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied. God bless.
Okej.
I'd like to.
Uh-huh.
Polska czupryna, dawaj. O, fuck. Wschodnią modłę. Czy jak z tyłu wygląda? Bardzo fryzura jest podobna do mojej. Lol, lol, lol.
No deal.
Dalej?
No deal. No deal. I'd like that. Thank you.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied. May the Lord watch over.
I'm interested.
And what is it you...
I've heard you have nice girls here.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied. May the Lord...
Woziebny postawią się na nogi. Z Adelą! Fuck!
May the Lord watch over you.
Okej.
I'd like to.
And what is it you...
I'll certainly need a physician to treat my wounds.
I'm sure you'll be... God bless.
Okej, dobra, w końcu będę ogarnięty. Sorry. Dobra. A znajdź śmierdziela. Znajdź schowek. Tam musimy jechać. Powiedzmy, pogadałem później. Najpierw wykopiemy złoto. Za domem zakopał niby gdzieś. Nie masz łopaty. Fuck!
What's it to be? Good day to you.
Łopaty mi potrzeba. God damn it. Gdzieś się dało kupić łopatę. Ja jej nie kupiłem, bo po chuj mi łopata niby. Kurwa. Kupuję łopaty. Czekaj, gościu, pogadam z tym później. Potrzebuję najpierw łopaty. Znowu się upierdolę, no. W ogóle co to oznacza, te rzeczy, które tam mam teraz? Samiec alfa, świeżo przystrzyżony, na przekór wszystkiemu. Siema.
Good health to you.
No siema.
God be with you.
Dawaj mi łopatę po prostu. Zresztą mi reputacja, bo wziąłem łopatę od niego. Kurwa, kawał dużego worka. The fuck, ty. 115 tam miał. Mam nadzieję, że się łopata nie zużyła. Tu ma garbaczu. Tam grabarzu, czy tam inny gościu od werbowania.
I'm looking for your son. Any idea where he might be?
I don't know nothing.
Don't you at least know where he usually goes? It's important.
𝗏𝐸𝐴𝐸 shows up at home once in a blue moon, so I don't know nothing about where he gets to. Even if I did, why would I tell every Tom, Dick and Harry?
Your son is about to get into deep shit. I'm trying to find him so I can warn him.
That's nothing new. He's always up to his ears in it.
But this time his neck's on the block. He got mixed up with some very dangerous people. I have to find him.
All right. He was here a few days ago, but he left right away. He looked like he was in a hurry.
And you don't know where he went?
I've got an idea, but I don't know where it is exactly.
I don't follow.
𝗏𝐸𝐴𝐸 makes some money on the side from poaching. He boasted to me a few times about what a great hideout he found in the woods, but he never told me where it is.
Well, it's not much to go on, but it's better than nothing. Thank you. Don't you have any clue at all where his hideout could be?
I really don't know nothing about that. I could tell when he'd come from there is all.
How's that?
Because every time he brought some hides for tanning and money.
He had money because he sold the stuff right away?
I suppose. He never kept any of his loot here.
Do you know who he sold it to?
No. But the innkeeper came here now and again and gave him coin. Of course, it could have been for me.
All right. I'll ask at the inn then. What more do you know?
Nothing. I swear to God Almighty, I've said all I know. 𝗏𝐸𝐴𝐸 never told me nothing.
I know he didn't talk to you about it, but you must have noticed something, right? How much time did he spend away? What was he wearing? How did he look when he came back? Anything?
Well, he came and went at all sorts of hours. I really don't know. Except maybe one thing. He'd come home scratched with brambles and with leaves and muck on him.
So he probably went through thick woods to get to that place.
I reckon. What do I know?
He had money because he saw... Do you know who he...
No.
All right. Don't you have any...
I really...
How's that?
Because every... Go. And if he's really in as much shit as you say, please, try and find him.
Dobra, to dokąd musimy teraz jechać?
Something you're looking for.
Wydawał dziczyznę 𝗶𝗶𝗃𝗃. Dobra. Gdzie był oberżysta teraz, nie? Jak obok łaźni, co nie? A zresztą, siada gościu. O.
Good day to you.
I want to ask about the courier's son, 𝗏𝐸𝐴𝐸.
And ask someone else. They've nothing to do with 𝗏𝐸𝐴𝐸. He'd only drive my customers away.
Really? I heard a different story. I heard the two of you do business together.
Who are you, anyway?
A friend of 𝗏𝐸𝐴𝐸's. He's gone missing and I need to find him.
I don't know where he is. But if you find the bastard, tell him he still owes me some goods.
I don't give a damn what deals you've been doing together. I won't tell anyone. I just need to know where 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝐿 is. It's urgent.
What have our deals got to do with where he disappeared to?
More than you think. It's likely 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝐿 is hiding out at his poaching lair. And believe me, it wasn't hard to find out who was buying game from him, and it's even easier to go to the castle and tell them. Poaching's a crime, after all.
All right. But give me your word of honor you won't tell anyone about our deal.
You have my word.
Fine. So, what do you want to know?
I hear 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝐿 has a hideout in the woods he uses for hunting game. Do you know where it is?
Not exactly. That is... I don't know where it is at all.
But
I happen to know it's a dark place. A cave or an old mine shaft.
How do you know that?
Whenever 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝐿 was going poaching, he always came to me first for candles and lamp oil. He brought the game skinned and gutted, so we had to have a light for that.
How much game did he bring you?
Not much, a few pieces. There's no great demand here. Sometimes the gentry has something, otherwise it ends up in sausages.
And do you know of any mine shafts nearby?
There's a few of them around. There's one on the opposite bank, a short way off the path leading from the forge to the west. Then there's a mine gallery to the east of the village, up in the woods above the cliffs. And I heard there's one shaft on the headland close to the water.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Watch you don't break your neck, though. It's rough ground, and you could easily fall down a shaft. God be with you.
Ja pierdolę, ile tu jest grzebania się za tym pieprzonym śmierdzielem. Jesus. O, siwek, nie wiem, jak my sobie poradzimy. Ale to będzie wszystko na dzisiaj. Serdecznie dziękuję za oglądanie. Trzymajcie się. Do usłyszenia. No i cześć. Życzę wam miłego popołudnia, miłego wieczoru albo miłego poranka, w zależności kiedy oglądacie. Cześć.